Right, rock and roll, guys. How we doing today? Welcome back to yet another stream. What are we getting into today? What are we getting into today? All right. Well, per usual, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you signed up for Kipper. And if you're joining us in the chat here on X, we're gonna get y'all tips some Quai. So if you're hanging out for the next few minutes or hours, might as well swing by the stream over on X. The handle is down there in the overlay. And we'll get you hooked up. We'll get you hooked up. Kipper.money is where you want to go, where you can just scan that QR code up above and go get signed up. You can see, let's just go to stats real quick. Up 305% on the last 24 hours. I'm doing a crap ton of tipping, as you can see. Shout out Pavel, Dr. K, Kiri. A lot of tips going around. A lot of tips going around. This is 24 hours. What does 3 days look like? Christopher, killing it on the 3-day chart there. Getting a lot of tips in over the weekend. I try to decompress on the weekends myself, but dang. Who else is down here? Who's that? Can we see who that is? Oh, it's hovering in the top left. Nope, can't see who that is, but pretty cool visuals. You can see a lot of people tipping. A lot of people tipping. Let's see who the top tippers are. Christopher. Ebo Quai. Shout out Ebo Quai. He's dropping some cash. Steph, Allen. A lot of the team hooking up all the Quai Bowl posters. You guys are doing good work. Keep it rolling. Obviously, this is much better than Kaido's Yap to Earn because it's peer-to-peer. It goes directly to your wallet. You don't have to wait for an airdrop or anything like that. You can just bowl post about Quai and earn some Quai by getting tipped with Kipper Money. There's also a really cool referral program, right? So if you, I can show. Oh, dang! I just got kicked out. What? Let's sign back in here. Extensions logged in. You can see you actually earn when the folks you refer get tipped as well. So there's some incentive to go refer some good content creators, and you know, earn some Quai just by engaging here on X with the ecosystem. Quai bull posts aren't the only thing that gets tipped either. So uh, you know, with blockchain integrated properly into Web 2, you can see how, this is ultimately better than any algorithm that they could create. This is an algorithm by the people for the people, putting our money where our mouth is. So, shout out. Give her down money, guys. Let's see what earned Dan a really big tip here. There it is. Dan scored a decent mining rig. Interesting, interesting. There you go. Solo mining. Excuse me, Project Soap. Rock on. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right. Well, per usual, let's check the dashboards, shall we? Dang. 40,000 in revenue. That is blowing me away. Man, these numbers just keep going up, folks. You can see the 7-day trend across all three of these algorithms, which are Merge Mining, Ravencoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And those rewards from those blocks, which you can see down here. Oh, we got a doji just a minute ago. About 5 minutes ago. Got a doge block worth almost 1,400 bucks, right? So that doge is then sold at market to purchase Quai, which is then burned. And we're almost at 9.5 million Quai burned. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So obviously, the next question is why would I mine Quai? Well, you can see here in our GPU algorithm, we are the most profitable. Let's see here. What is this? Look at these percentages. So 746% compared to 492 and 942 compared to 539. So that's a material amount there in terms of profitability. Yep, yep. Um, and we have, just for record, we have some 3070 selected here. Over on the ASIC side of things, when we were looking at script and SHA, even still, 134 SHA, next best SHA is 102, 166 compared to 100 here. I don't know if you guys can see that. You probably can't see that. There we go. Yeah. Script 105, 78. Dang. So, most profitable token to mine. Usually what I check next is DeFi Llama revenue. Um, and the last time I looked, we were sitting pretty above Ethereum here. You know, right now we're at 40,000. Not bad. But they pulled us off the charts, which is super interesting. I don't think they understand exactly what's going on over here. But this is all this is all open source. So it's happening live in GitHub, folks. Let's check this out. Why did DeFi Llama pull us? So this was pre getting listed. Da, 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 da. Merged. Boom. Beluga merged 2 weeks ago. And then they pulled it. So this is what they said. Thanks for the PR, but it has bugs. We cannot treat block rewards as fees or revenue. We can treat only the transaction fees as chain fees, and only the part of the transaction fee burnt as chain revenue. For holder revenue, can you share some proof that merge mining from other chains are being used to burn Quai? Ideally, we would like to compute this ourselves on chain. Till these questions are resolved, I will stop tracking Quai chain fees. So here's Jonathan's response. Thanks for the review. I want to clarify what SOAP represents because it indeed fits your revenue definition. Their revenue definition. Revenue is income that offsets expenses. For blockchains, the primary expense is security. The primary revenue is income generated from operating the protocol. The key elements: one, value collected by the protocol; two, going to treasury or token holders. According to holders. Users pay fees. Those fees offset security costs. A certain portion is revenue because it accrues value to token holders. Quai's model. Quai paid to miners for security. External chain subsidies converted to Quai and burned or distributed to stakers. The difference is the source. Any other chain security costs are offset by transaction fees. Quai security costs are offset by subsidies from external chains. This is what the S in STOPE stands for. In both cases, external value flows into the protocol and accrues to the token holders through burns or distributions. Clarification, this is not block rewards as fees. We are not counting Quai's own block rewards as revenue. The flow from miners to BCH are submitted work shares to Quai. 100% of those parent route to protocol controlled address. Protocol converts those parent chain tokens to Quai at market. The purchase Quai is burned or distributed. Da 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 da. Yep. On-chain verification. All right, guys, if you ever wanted to know how to verify that SOAP is actually doing what it's doing, here's the details. Protocol controlled addresses where the parent chain subsidies are received. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ravencoin. Example parent chain blocks with SOAP commitments. Live dashboard. Each parent chain's block, Coinbase, contains a SOAP commitment and pays to the protocol address. The oxbow structure in Quai blocks proves this on chain. External value entered to protocol accruing to token holders is revenue. The source being external chain subsidies rather than transaction fees does not change accounting treatment. This fits your stated definition. Happy to help structure an adapter that computes this directly from chain data. Hmm. I'll give that a thumbs up. Why not? Why not? Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see Quai Network back where it belongs, north of Ethereum here, quickly approaching base for 24-hour revenue. Well, that'll be pretty sweet. That'll be pretty sweet. Getting a lot of people sliding into my Telegram these days. A lot of offers for marketing. Sure, sure, now you show up. Anyways, so yeah, we fell off of this one. We'll come back though. Does not matter because ultimately facts are facts, guys. 40K in the last 24 hour in revenue. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. And CoinGecko keeps buzzing me. Might have to adjust something. Uh, 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 uh. Anyways, but token price is looking pretty good, guys. Looking pretty good. Burp. That's 24 hours. 7 days. 1 month. 3 months. This is so cool. I can't wait until just pre-soap lines up with this 3 month thing. But look at this 1 month, guys. Almost 300%. Gosh. Look at that. What is that? That's a 3x right there, guys. Not bad. Not bad. Push it out to a year. We're coming up on the anniversary. Getting real close to the anniversary of Quai Network. Trading started like February 19th, I believe. The first blocks were mined on February 4th, but I'll never I'll never forget the conversations about TGE at Quiet Network. What is TGE? When is TGE? How do you define TGE? The Genesis event, the very first block, was mined on February 4th. However, tokens were not tradable until February 19th. um, when you're bootstrapping a proof of work network, guys, you need hash rate to come online. So, um, yeah, you get hash rate online, and then gas turns on, and once gas turns on, you can start trading tokens. You can start making transactions. So, actual TGE was closer to this date here, February 19th. I say actual TGE. I would say everybody else's expectation of what TGE is, aka the day you can start trading tokens, was February 19th, but the network turned on February 4th. The Genesis event was February 4th. FYI. We had a lot of conversations about that. How do we market it? What is TGE? Let's see here. We got peeps sliding into my DMs over on Discord. We gotta hook some people up with some mining docs. Mining guides, guys. Mining guides. For A6C. And for GPUs, you'll want to check this one out. A lot of people. Man, I'm surprised how many people want to solo mine Quai. From the ASIC crowd. It's genuinely surprising. Yeah, I gotta listen to something real quick. Oh man, bear with me, folks. Gotta take care of a little bit of business here. Sending money, guys. It's it's still way too hard. Way too hard these days. Let's try that. Hopefully they figure that out. All right, where were we, guys? Mining, helping somebody out with mining. Let's see where we're at here. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, I should let Quai Nation know we're live, shouldn't I? That might be helpful. There we go. All right. So we hooked up some miners. We Sorry guys, ears a little wet. Just finished a workout in the shower. All right. Where were we? Hello, Matt. What happened with DeFi Llama? Great question, Francisco. First of all, let me hook you up with some Quai. Um, oh crap. Where'd you go? There you are. We just covered that actually. There's a bit of a misunderstanding in um, what revenue actually is. But first, let me hook you up with some Quai here. Actually, we'll do it live, guys. I'll show you how easy this is. If you haven't gotten Kipper money, guys, you're missing out. 100%. Boom. Just smash that button. Send you 5 Quai. There you go. Boom, boom. Yeah, we just covered that. I'll go over it briefly again, but this is all happening in public, right? So DeFi Llama open source project. In order to get listed, you just have to submit a PR with, what do they call it? They call these adapters to add your chain to the DeFi Llama tracker there. So you guys can follow along. What's up, Energy.Quai? Here, let me hook you up. Copy link address. Yeah, so it's all happening in public. There's a conversation going on over on GitHub. Um, let's see here. Energy. There you are. Let's hook you up with 5 Quai. There you go. Boom. There you go. Already signed up for Kipper. Good work, man. Yeah. So here's the conversation. Here's the PR that Jonathan submitted to get us listed on DeFi Llama. So I think right about here, 2 weeks ago is when we were initially merged, and then we got listed on the website really quickly. And then 12 hours ago, Gintoki basically said, thanks for the PR, but it has bugs. We cannot treat block rewards as fees or revenue. We can treat only the transaction fees as chain fees, and the only part of the transaction fee burnt as chain revenue. So, yeah, no sweat, energy. Yeah, so there's a little bit of confusion here. They, I think, believe that we're checking Quai network uh, block rewards as revenue. But that's not quite the case. So Jonathan just responded earlier today, kind of breaking it down. Um, and here's the clarification why this is not block rewards as fees, and then provided some on-chain verification so they can follow along. And just a call out for anybody who's looking to dive deep and track all this activity on their own. Here's all the details, right? Here's the Litecoin address, Dogecoin address, Bitcoin Cash, and Ravencoin. So you can follow along here, but also on the SOAP dashboard, we link out to every block found via Project SOAP. So you can go peek the Dogecoin Explorer and look at the block. And See the address here. D6RN, D6RN. There it is. So all the details you should ever need to track this information yourself is on this dashboard. We were at 43K earlier and 40K a second ago. So good stuff happening. Driving some good adoption, man. Look at all this hash rate coming online. Script is just look at that slope, guys. That's beautiful. Miners are figuring it out, guys. Figuring it out. Also spent a little bit of time on this graph here. This 3 month is looking pretty. I can't wait until this 3 months starts painting right at the beginning of Project Soap. That's gonna be glorious. But we're about 1 month in now. This is a little prior. So boom, December 17th, guys. That was the day. So we pretty much 3x'd from there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Best marketing you can get is price action. Give people a little taste, and then they'll want to dive deep. Aw, aw. Andrea's the best, guys. I took a call from her live. What? Aw. I need W's, don't I? Oh man. Anywho, um, Francisco. Yeah, it can be solved. It's just a minor misunderstanding on the DeFi Llama team's part. Yeah, yeah, it'll get solved. I'm not super worried about it at all, frankly. So we'll be back on those charts, and you can see today we're getting closer and closer to flipping base too, guys. Like, dang, top five, top five. That's huge. That's huge. So, anyhow, what else we got going on today? I get out my handy danny bullet journal. Highly recommend bullet journaling if you're as busy as I am trying to track a million things at once. Gotta update this a little bit here. We achieved some other milestones today. What did we do? We did some studying. I've been reading Ray Dalio's Principles. And we definitely got our workout in for the day, so let's mark those things off. Um, in other news, we gotta get Dr. K's details over to the Monerotopia folks. A little bit of alpha drop. I guess Dr. K is going to Monerotopia, guys. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Let me dig up this chat here. AIOB is waiting on a response. My EVM wallet address. Oh dang, man, I don't mess with that anymore. Understood. Give me some time to find it. I'm deep in Quai. I forgot which browser profile has that. All right. Let's get this email address here. Copy email address. We'll chunk back over here while I write this up. Dr. K, Quai Network, speaker details. Attached is a headshot and a short bio. All right, where did that go? Shout out Veronica for hooking that up. Save images, Dr. K, headshot. Let's attach this here. Gosh dang, my downloads. Too many downloads. Alright, let's let them know. I sent that over. Here we go. Sent. If the bio is too long, let me know and I can shorten it. Boom. Good to go. Good to go. All right. So apparently, according to Energy, apparently Cubic's next venture is doing a takeover demonstration on Doge Chain like they did on Monero. Since Quai merged mines with Doge, will this affect our SOAP buyback rewards? No. Nope. I can't imagine how that will impact us at all, honestly. I don't why? Like I don't understand why Cubic is doing this. Like here's like if you remember what happened with Monero, like Cubic was legitimately selfishly mining Monero. And you could see it in their block explorer because they were reorging the chain. Like I think at one point they reorged like 18 blocks. So that is absolutely not what Quai is doing. Quai is cooperatively mining, and you know, uh, improving the security of the subsidy chains that they merge mine with. Um, and honestly, like, there's no way that Cubic is just going to tank the price of Dogecoin. Like, I don't like it's not gonna happen. So I really don't understand what Cubic is doing and why. Like, I guess all PR is good PR, even if it's bad PR. But there's bigger problems to solve. Honestly, like crypto needs to start playing more PvE versus PvP, in my opinion. We're all supposed to be united against the same enemy, and I don't really, I really like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And like, how does that help their chain? That I don't understand. Cubic should probably focus on like what their goal was to create artificial general intelligence. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's pointless, but I don't understand how that is good for them or good for anybody, frankly. So, where do you see that, man? Share some links. We'll pull them up. Gainsey did a stream on Sunday. That was fun to watch. Shout out if you watch Gainsey's stream. Yeah, I mean, crypto is a really noisy place, and the competition's pretty tough. So, frankly, like that's why, Dr. K came up with the idea of Project Soap is ultimately because it's next to impossible to um, compete with the people who throw like hundreds of millions of dollars at a chain to arbitrarily pump the price or market the crap out of it on crypto Twitter. Um, And so, like, if you're, an accurately funded chain, and if you're a proof of work chain, you have this issue of constant sell pressure from miners that, you have to go get more users adopting the token or investing in the token every single day in order to get positive price action, right? So Project Soap kind of creates that net neutral position in worst case scenarios and net positive in all other cases, which generates the price action that crypto wants to see. And so that's honestly your best marketing tactic right there. So it was a tough place to be, and we had to program our way out of it. So taking advantage of that underutilized hash, um, and participate cooperatively in these other networks is a great way to flip the script. All right, let's check out this X post. What kind of handle is that? Seriously. Cubic was the best thing that happened to Monero last year. For our next trick, watch Dogecoin. Yeah, like what what is this number? Oh my gosh. Okay. So what is this? April? August. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like it didn't turn out good for them. I don't know why they would do it again against like an even bigger community. Like that doesn't make sense. I mean, the market cap. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Not worth our time. Not worth our time. Meanwhile, Monero just like goes up, right? So let's think about this. Like if Cubic does the same thing to Dogecoin and Dogecoin experiences the same pump as Monero, then that's good for us. Yeah. Positive vibes only over here ever since Project Soap rolled out, guys. It's the only direction we can go in. So fully diluted valuation, 254 million. Now our market cap's lower, but what was Cubic's fully diluted valuation? 111 million. So we're like more than double on the FDV. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. Improving XMR. Oh my gosh. See, this is what you're fighting against. And honestly, like it's zealotry, guys. It's religious zealots. People get hyper religious about certain tokens, and they don't care about facts, right? They don't care about reality. They don't care about like end goals and like what we're here to actually create. So The best way to fight that is price action. That's the one fact that they can't seem to ignore. In other news, we were messing around with AI songs. Here, let me help out this miner real quick. If you want to tune in, let me get this guy a link to our Discord real quick. Yep, PvE is the way. We're here to replace the global monetary system backed by fiat. So the more of these, deep thinkers and blockchains we can unite, the better. But anyways, last stream we were jamming on AI songs, and I asked the community. I told the community I'd tip anybody who could figure out how to churn one of these songs into a music video, and somebody actually did it, and they did it pretty quickly. It was freaking hilarious. Let's check this out. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Clock hits 8, I'm back online, thumbs on fire, timeline grind, every thread, another chart, every reply, another part, they're all scams, they screaming caps, never read a single patch, we ship code, they ship memes, we build blocks, they chase dreams, white paper, dog, get warned, you skim titles, I read forms, talk consensus, you talk coins, you want clout, we want joints, foot in waves like stormy seas, I bring facts, they bring pleas, I'm in the trenches of the timeline, refresh, reload, still the same line. You talk tokens, I talk design. You chase pumps, I build the spine. Yeah, yeah. Best chain running through the baseline. Block by block, we define time. You want hype, I want the primes. In these trenches of the timeline. Yeah, yeah. Indian mind, they spam for fun. Flip 3 bags, think war is won. I trace blocks from gen to head. You trace charts from green to red, yeah. Reading code like it's a map. You read threads and call it facts. Spaces full of echo smoke. I drop proof, they drop jokes. They say moon with every dip. I say throughput, finality scripts. They chase mascots, cute and loud. I chase uptime past the cloud. Market dips, they lose their nerve. We stay here and ship on curve. I'm in the trenches of the timeline. Refresh, reload, still the same line. You talk tokens, I talk design. You chase pumps, I build the spine. Best chain running through the baseline. Block by block, we define time. You want hype, I want the prime. In these trenches of the timeline. Yeah. Scroll past noise, mute that feed. Filter for minds that really read. All of the smoke, can't block the view. Signal cuts clean when the work is true. I'm in the trenches of the timeline. Refresh, reload, still the same line. You talk tokens, I talk design. You chase pumps, I build the spine. Yeah. Best chain running through the baseline. Block by block, we define time. You want hype, I want the primes. In these trenches of the timeline.
Yeah, this is new. I made this song on the last stream, and then I asked the community if anybody could make a music video, and Protocol Pulse down here, one of their team members pumped it up pretty freaking quickly. So that was pretty fun. I'm still trying to like get their details so I can tip them some Quai for it. Um, but once we true that up, I'll share the link out. You can probably find it in the general chat. They dropped it down there in the general chat, so I'll let y'all do the sleuthing so you can find it. But these guys are great. These guys are absolutely great. You might recognize the Cypherpunk podcast. Um, they interviewed. Oh, this one's pretty small. They're on X. They interviewed Dr. K down in Florida somewhere. So they're a bunch of like hardcore miners. I suspect they got a ton of GPUs turned on to Quai right now, but you might recognize these guys. They do some really clean video editing and yeah, good friends of Quai Network. Shout out Cypherpunked and Protocol Pulse putting in work. I can't believe how fast they turned that around though. That was ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. Quai in top 10 gainers today. What is that? Is that CoinMarketCap? Gainers. Gainers. Is that an old post? That was 6 hours ago. What are we looking at here? 24 hour. Okay. Let's sort on this. He has it sorted the other way though. There we are. We're 22. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. There you go. What does Federal Reserve say?
On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned, in part, a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the President. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
Oh man. Oh, such an unnecessary dog and pony show. Fiat and fractional reserve banking, man. It's created a pretty perverse world. That's for sure. What AI did I use to make the song? Suno. Suno.com. Trenches of the timeline. There it is. We also got this one.
Yeah. Timeline scrolling.
I like this one.
Block by block. Let's build. Yeah. Woke up, charts up, coffee in the paper cup, spaces on mute. I'm just loading all the data up. Keyboard warrior, now I'm a protocol janitor. Sweeping all the junk off chain, check the parameters. Blue check barker with the brain on pause. Talking like an expert, never read the clause. I'm signed in, signed up, signed message verified. Why they chase memes, I just chase throughput and finalize. I'm in the crypto trenches, fingers on the keys all day. They throw shade from the benches, but they can touch what we lay. Best chain, best game, let the world come see. You can talk your talk online, but you can't outbill me. Bill me. They yell flipping this, flipping that every other week. Pumping up a ticker, they don't even fully speak. Tell them post your research, they reply with a GIF. I reply with a white paper benchmark diff. Timeline full of hot takes, zero computation. I'm busy pushing updates, stress testing the foundation.
Yeah.
They farm likes I farm blocks, that's a different deed.
I
You
could make a
farm
whole
followers,
album.
I farm actual speed. I'm in the crypto trenches, fingers on the keys all day. They throw shade from the benches, but they can touch what we lay. Best chain, best game, let the world come see. You can talk your talk online, but you can't outbill me. Bill me. Scroll past the noise, just stats on the screen. Real ones in the chat, keep the mempool clean. They clap for a slogan, I'm watching the code. They stuck in the thread, I'm running in the node. I'm in the crypto trenches, fingers on the keys all day. They throw shade from the benches, but they can touch what we lay. Best chain, best game, let the world come see. You can talk your talk online, but you can't outbill me. Bill me. Timeline scrolling, block by block. Let's build. Yeah. Timeline scrolling, block by block. Let's build. Yeah. Yeah. Woke up, charts up, coffee in a paper cup, spaces on mute. I'm just loading all the data up. Keyboard warrior, now I'm a protocol janitor. Sweeping all the junk off chain, check the parameters. Blue check barker with the brain on pause. Talking like an expert, never read the clause. I'm signed in, signed up, signed message verified. While they chase memes, I just chase throughput and finalize. I'm in the crypto trenches, fingers on the keys all day. They throw shade from the benches, but they can't touch what we lay. Best chain, best game, let the world come see. You can talk your talk online, but you can't outbill me. They yell flipping this, flipping that every other week. Pumping up a ticker, they don't even fully speak. Tell them post your research, they reply with a gift. I reply with a white paper benchmark dip. Timeline full of hot takes, zero computation. I'm busy pushing updates, stress testing the foundation. While they farm likes I farm blocks, that's a different deed. You farm followers, I farm actual speed. I'm in the crypto trenches, fingers on the keys all day. They throw shade from the benches, but they can't touch what we lay. Best chain, best game, let the world come see. You can talk your talk online, but you can't outbill me. Scroll past the noise, just stats on the screen. Real ones in the chat, keep the mempool clean. They clap for a slogan, I'm watching the code. They stuck in the thread, I'm running the node. I'm running the node. I'm running the node. Scrolling through the noise at 2 a.m. Pin thread, case made, white paper open like a sacred text. They call us dreamers cause they never did the homework yet. But I live in these replies like a rented desk. Every pink another battle.
I don't play
Every
around with
move
this
tweet
much, but
swing.
it is kind of
I
fun.
keep receipts in the shadows. Let the facts all sing. I've been grinding in the timeline trenches. I'm so hard all in this. Fighting fall, fighting fear, fighting bad intentions. Got the truth on chain. Let the ledger speak. Best chain in the world.
Yeah, this isn't my favorite. There we go. I think this is Neo Soul.
Coffee breath, blue light eyes, scrolling through the noise and the alibis. Timeline talking like a battlefield. Every second I'm explaining what's real. Got charts, got threads, got facts on tap. They got caps locked.
We gotta hear this one.
We're not competing with each 200.
No, the question I'm trying to get to though is like with in 25, like you launching the preferreds, which I think are a really interesting product. Does that change the playbook for all these other companies, and how do they now compete against you now you have the preferreds as well?
I take issue with your question. It's an ignorant, insulting, myopic question. Why do you frame things that way? We're not competing with each other. That's like saying, well, you know, like I heard my neighbor bought Bitcoin and I bought Bitcoin. There's not enough room for both of us to buy Bitcoin. We're competing with each other. Now, my neighbor's got to buy another crypto asset? Like, we're not competing with each other, Danny. Like that's the ignorant part of the question, right? That's what I take issue with. What you have, if you're a hotel company in Japan, you're competing with other hotel companies in Japan. And the decision to buy Bitcoin is just a decision to improve the quality of your company. It's like saying how many companies can have electricity. I heard 200 companies have electricity, but there's one company that uses a lot of it. So do the other companies have to change their strategy? Dude, like, you think they had the same strategy? It's a silly question.
Yeah,
And it's a
that was terrible.
Lock raising, collapsing all caps, turning panic into patient game. Turn the shade into subtle champagne. I'm in the crypto trenches, soul on the line. Turning all that chatter into signal in time. They throw that ooh, I turn it into gold. Too sharp for the timeline, too smooth to fold. I'm in crypto trenches, watch me rise slow. Building something honest while the loud ones pose. They throw that F-U, I turn it into gold. Stay cool in the chaos, heart pure, mind bold. Mind bold. They swear that their token is a second son, but they never read a page of the work we done. I talk through, put safety score. They talk memes and a promise on a paper trail. I see fear in the jokes they make. I see doubt in the pose they fake. I let data do the heavy lift. Truth in the code, that's the gift. And I'm in the crypto trenches, soul on the line. Turning all that chatter into signal in time. They throw that I turn it into gold. Too sharp for the timeline, too smooth to fold. I'm in the crypto trenches, watch me rise slow. Building something honest while the loud ones pose. They throw that F-U-I, turn it into gold. Stay cool in the chaos, heart.
Yeah, this is totally true. Like, I never get notifications when somebody sends me a message on chat.
Let the numbers clap back one block at a time. When the dust all settles and the hype runs dry. coffee breath, blue light eyes, scrolling through the noise and the alibis. Timeline talking like a battlefield. Every second I'm explaining what's real. Got charts, got threads, got facts on tap. They got caps, lock, rage, and collapse in all caps. Turn that panic into patient game. Turn that shade into subtle champagne. I'm in the crypto trenches, soul on the line. Turning all that chatter into signal in time. They throw that FD, I turn it into gold. Too sharp for the timeline, too smooth to fold. I'm in the crypto trenches, watch me rise slow. Building something honest while the loud ones pose. They throw that FD, I turn it into gold. Stay cool in the chaos, heart pure, mind bold. They swear they token is the second son, but they never read a page of the work we've done. I talk through, but safety scale. They talk memes and a promise on a paper trail. I see fear in the jokes they make. I see doubt in the pose they fake. I let data do the heavy lift. Truth in the code, that's the gift. I'm in the crypto trenches, soul on the line. Turning all that chatter into signal in time. They told that FOD, I turn it into gold. Too sharp for the timeline, too smooth to fold. I'm in the crypto trenches, watch me rise slow. Building something honest while the loud ones pose. They throw that FOD, I turn it into gold. Stay cool in the chaos, heart pure, mind bold.
Oh, what happened?
You can scream in the thread, I'll still be kind. Let the numbers clap back.
My window
one block
disappeared.
at a time. When the dust all settles and the hype runs dry, only solid
There it
ground
is.
is the reason
Sorry,
why.
Yeah, Suno's pretty impressive, guys.
Yo, low, step in the ring, tick of the legend, swing. Yo, KWHY, cut the cap, you lagging. I split the map, it's lights on chain, shed, and 3 locks on the vault. Triple check that key, 3 algos on guard. Who you trying to breach me? Native code on the metal, I don't beg for a crutch. You a payment postcard, I'm a world you can touch. Speed in my spine, still the base layer stable. You only quick till a mempool turn fatal. Quad versus Casper, line them up, who next? Utility, speed, security, decentral flex. You talk blocks, I talk worlds, that's a different check. Put your ghost in the DAG, I put your chain in the deck. Name ring bells, cast 1,000 blocks in a blink. Go stay grab, watch the timestamp sink through put thick. See the numbers, don't lie, you busy with your gadgets. I'm a raw fast sky, one guard dog on the porch, still nobody inside. Simple stack, less parts, smaller surface to hide. You chasing contracts, bloated toys in the core. I'm clean, I'm lean, I'm the lane for pure score. Quad versus Casper, line them up, who next? Utility, speed, security, decentral flex. You talk blocks, I talk worlds, that's a different check. Put your ghost in the DAG, I put your chain in the deck. You brag one guard dog, that's 1 point of fail. I got 3 different shooters on rotational rail. You a single seat shuttle, I'm a sharded rail line. Every carriage moves parallel, still stay in line. You can count your blocks, I count apps and states. Real builders need op codes.
Thanks for having me. I sort of have I have a single idée fixe that I'm completely obsessed with on the business side, which is that if you're starting a company, if you're the founder, entrepreneur starting a company, you always want to aim for monopoly, and you want to always avoid competition. And so, hence, competition is for losers. Something we'll be talking about today.
Okay, that's an hour long.
Faking the base, you flex ghost egg math like a college essay, but you can't run logic, you just pass and pray. Where your contract? Side hacks, maybe later. Where your shields at? One loan, validator. Who you trust, fam? Bro, not talk. Whole map sliced up, still one chain, one clock. You Quad versus Casper, line them up, who next? Utility, speed, security. security, decentral flex. You talk blocks, I talk world, that's a different check. Put your ghost in the DAG, I put your chain in the deck. Step in the ring, tick of the ledger, swing, swing, yeah. KWHY, cut the cap, you lagging. I split the map in slices on chain shad and 3 locks on the vault. Triple check that key. 3 algos on guard, who you trying to breach? Me? Native code on the metal, I don't beg for a crutch. You a payment postcard, I'm a world you can touch. Speed in my spine, still the base layer stable. You only quick till the mempool turn fatal. Quai verse, Casper, line them up, who next? Utility, speed, security, decentral flex.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
World, that's a different check. Put your ghost in the DAG, I put your chain in the deck. Name ring bells, Casper, 1,000 blocks in a blink. Ghost day graph, watch the timestamp sync. Throughput thick, see the numbers don't lie. You busy with your gadgets, I'm a raw fast guy. One guard dog on the porch, still nobody inside. Simple stack, less parts, smaller surface to hide. You chasing contracts, bloated toys in the core. I'm clean, I'm lean, I'm the lane for pure score. You brag, one guard dog, that's 1 point of fail. I got 3 different shooters on rotational rail. You a single seat shuttle, I'm a shorted rail line. Every carriage moves parallel, still stay aligned. You can count your blocks, I count naps and states. Real builders need opcodes baked in the base. You flex ghost egg math like a college essay, but you can't run logic, you just pass and pray. Where your contracts, side hacks, maybe later. Where your shields at? One lone validator, who you trust, fam? Crow, not talk. 12 maps sliced up, still one chain, one clock. Where your contact? Where your shields at? Where your trust at? 12 maps sliced up.
Yeah. Chain versus chain.
Quite network. Casper.
Yeah. These songs were Keyshore's idea, by the way.
Look, names squad, split blocks like a surgeon. Charge information, whole squad converging. 3 locks on the vault, triple check that key. You one pad on the door, talking about secure to me. Native code on chain, I don't beg for permission. You still dreaming about contracts, I'm already in production. Your ghost day chatter just sound like fiction. I scale while you pray that the mempool listens. Speed on tap, I'm a lane with a fast pass. You a single file line, no chain with a bad pass. Central to the core, many roots in the atlas. You a one road town trying to flex on the masses.
One network, shots cut deep, triple lock doors, you barely got a key. On chain brains, I'm a live machine. Casper talk big, but it's all in a dream.
Why network, I don't lag, I leave. You still haunt blocks, I just harvest the speed. Utility, security, I run the whole scene. Casper in the corner with a half-built scheme. Casper, why you mad? Ghost, they can't save you. One guard on the gate and he already laid 2. I'm parallel lanes, you a cul-de-sac loop. You claim future tech, but you stuck in the booth. I'm daps, swaps, logic on the ledger. You'll maybe one day post on the newsletter. Whole world builds on my native stack. You spectate from the stands, trying to call that fast talk. Fair launch while I talk real use. Talk pure math while I talk real proof. I'm 3 deep shielded, lay it like a tank. Your bare chest style, hoping no one to yank. Who really serves the crowd? Who really moves that load? I scale out wide. You just
These are dope, right?
Bros, who really locks funds down? Who really
These are
earns
really
that
fucking
trust?
good.
3 nails in the coffin, 1 rusted ain't enough.
We network, shots cut deep, triple lock doors, you barely got a key. On chain brains, I'm a live machine. Casper talk big, but it's all in a dream.
We network, I don't lag, I leap. You still haunt blocks, I just harvest the speed. Utility, security, I run the whole scene. Casper in the corner with a
Oh, where are
half-built
we?
scheme.
Alright, what's this one? Yeah, these are dope, man. If I could make a music video for like 3 or 4 of these, and then like release an album under like a new account, Oh, if I had all the time in the world, right?
Yeah.
Nah, man, we
You
grinding
still
on X
flexing
right
fake
now,
stats from a rented chart. We minting truth on a ledger
making
that
sure the
can't be
world
torn
is
apart. You
aware
chase
what
years
we
on the
got cooking
screen, beg
over
the
here.
printer to bless you. We burn sweat, turn watts into wealth, that's pressure. You in love with the gatekeepers, worship their doors. We bulldoze banks, leave rubble all over the floor. Your elite institutions, just costume frauds. We crowdsource gravity, now we rewriting the odds. Why network in the building? Every block got weight. Your coins hollow as your chain, ours calibrate. You pray to the central gods, bow to their fees. We repair the planet, plug humanity in series. You talk sound money, but you live on a glitch. Every stimulus hit, just exposing your rich-ish. Why network, energy-based money? You can't cheat, watch, can't counterfeit the hungry. We the people plug in, stand tall, turn power into value, watch them all fall. Why network, energy-based money? From the ground to the grid, it's the new country. We the signal, they the static, that's all. Flip the switch on the system, watch them all fall. You a central clown guard begging for rate cuts. We run those in the jungle, in the cold, in the cuts. You ask who allowed this, why you copy our code? We ain't asked for permission, we just widen the road. You still licking the boots of the IMF click. We settle cross-border in a heartbeat tick. They got palaces, jets, private meetings at dawn. We got rooftop rigs in a worldwide swarm. From Lagos to Lisbon, Dhaka to Detroit. One chain, one charge, one common voice. You hold charge, they hold chains, we hold choice. Turn electrons into equity, embody that noise. They print, we produce, they hide, we expose. You inflate, we relate. Every minor, every node. This ain't number go up, this is power and code. Currency with a conscience, voltage and flow. Quai network, energy-based money. You can't cheat, watch, can't counterfeit the hungry. We the people plug in, stand tall, turn power into value, watch them all fall. Quai network, energy-based money. From the ground to the grid, it's the new country. We the signal, they the static, that's all. Flip the switch on the system, watch them all fall. Dear money printer, how you sleep at night when every keystroke steals a life. We build what you feel on open rail. You got bailouts and lies, got bias and scales. KY! KY! Plug in! Amplify! Yeah, you still flexing fake stats from a rented chart. We minting truth on the ledger that can't be torn apart. You chase yield on the screen, beg the printer to bless you. We burn sweat, turn watts into wealth, this pressure. You in love with the gatekeepers, worship their doors. We bulldoze banks, leave rubble all over the floor. Your elite institutions, just costume frauds. We crowdsource gravity, now we rewriting the odds. Quai network in the building, every block got weight. Your coins hollow as your chain, ours calibrate. You pray to the central gods, bow to their fees. We run peer to planet, plug humanity in series. You talk sound money, but you live on a glitch. Every stimulus hit, just exposing your rich. Quai network, energy-based money. You can't cheat, watch, can't counterfeit the hungry. We the people, plug in, stand tall, turn power into value, watch them all fall. Quai network, energy-based money. From the ground to the grid, it's the new country. We the signal, they the static, that's all. Flip the switch on the system, watch them all fall. You a central clown guard, begging for rate cuts. We run nodes in the jungle, in the cold, in the cuts. You ask who allowed this while you copy our code. We ain't asked for permission, we just widen the road. You still licking the boots of the IMF click. We settle cross-border in a heartbeat tick. They got palaces, jets, private meetings at dawn. We got rooftop rigs in a worldwide swarm. From Lagos to
Oh
Lisbon,
no.
Dhaka to Detroit. One chain, one charge, one
Did he
common
delete that
voice. You
tweet?
hold charts, they hold chains, we hold choice. Turn
Did you
electrons
guys
into
see that?
equity, embody that.
There was a tweet sitting right here on my timeline. Like, right here. And it said, I enjoy telling Europeans that you can just shoot somebody in America for trying to steal your phone. And then, like, the tweet just, like, disappeared. That was crazy. Psych! Had a second thought about that one. Probably shouldn't tweet that, huh? That's funny.
That noise they print, we produce, they hide, we expose, you inflate, we relate, every minor, every node, this ain't number go up, this is power and code, currency with a conscience, voltage and flow. Why network, energy-based money, you can't cheat, watch, can't counterfeit the hungry, we the people, plug in, stand tall, turn power into value, watch them all fall. Why network, energy-based money, from the ground to the grid, this the new country, we the signal, they the static, that's all. Flip the switch on the system, watch them all fall. Dear money printer, how you sleep at night? When every keystroke steals a life, we build what you fear. On open rails, you got bailouts and lies, we got bites and scales. KY, plug in amplify. Why network? Why network? Why network? Why network? Why network?
Chains collide, the blocks ignite. Digital dawn, endless fight. Quiet doge, the rebels creed against the fiat. Their hearts bleed. Fraud and lies, they print the air. We strike the chain, we're everywhere. Merge the code, unite the flame. Crypto warriors take our claim. Fiat falls, their paper dies. Decentralized, truth never lies. Miners rise, the hashes hum. Proof of work.
Guys, the Discord is on fire these days.
Hold your fans, Quai will grow. A ledger's might. The
Every single channel is popping off. Mining chat's been a blast to hang out in. Price discussion and off-topic conspiracies, absolutely hilarious.
merge the code, unite the flame. Crypto warriors take our claim.
somebody in uh, somebody in price discussion says Quai is my secret weapon.
Truth never lies.
If a dog with a hat and hippo and a dead squirrel all went to billions, then Quai is going to billions. I think we will be around $1.25, a 1 billion market cap. Oh man, the chat's great. So there's Oh, there's this tool for comparing market caps. Uh, compare token price versus market cap. Here it is. Here it is. Septal. Let's do show the price of Quai with the market cap of dog whiff hat. Right? Dear money printer. Goodbye. Yeah, Discord's awesome, guys. Our server is like a ton of fun right now. It always has been, but the energy is palpable these days. Palpable. Oh, Tetherman got back to me. Nice. Alright, here we go. Oh man, I love me some good freaking metal. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys with this one. I'll be right back.
In the temple of blocks where the code is tight, casting spells in the ledger through the shadowy night. Merge mind and rituals, coins intertwined. Quiet and doge, a digital shrine. Fiat whisper, snakes in disguise. Central banks printing lies, eyes on the prize. Wizards in the matrix, running on chains. Breaking the shackles, no room for the stains. Cryptic alchemy, quindos combined. Fiat falls apart, their power decline. Money printer fraud, burning to ash. The spell of the blockchain forever will last. Cryptic alchemy, quindos combined. Fiat falls apart, their power decline. Money printer fraud, burning to ash. The spell of the blockchain forever will last. Runes in the wallet, encrypted gold. Keys unlock secrets, the brave and the bold. Centralized pharaohs, empires of dust. We crush their pyramids, rebuild and trust. Digital chants, miners hum the hymn. Proof of work armies tearing the skin. Fiat kings tremble in their castles on sand. The people rise up with code in their hand. A ledger of freedom, no chains to bind. Quai and Doge merge, a union divine. Cryptic alchemy, Quai and Doge combine. Fiat falls apart, their power decline. Money printer fraud, burning to ash. The spell of the blockchain forever will last. Cryptic alchemy, Quai and Doge combine. Fiat falls apart, their power decline. Money printer fraud, burning to ash. The spell of the blockchain forever will last. In the temple of blocks where the code is tight, casting spells in the
All right, guys, where are we at here? Spending a lot of time on X these days, but we're hooked up. We got our coffee with chocolate. Need those dopamine hits, you know what I'm saying? We'll hit this, pop us in, and see what's next. Quick time check. Almost 4 o'clock. Probably got about an hour here before I got to move on to the next task. Feel free to ask any and all questions you got, guys. Make sure you're signed up for Kipper Money. Go get that Pelagus wallet and join Quai Nation over in Discord. You only need one Quai to do so. And if you're verified on X, you get Quai just for signing up for Kipper Money. But if not, just drop a chat. We'll get you tipped, or you know, engage with the rest of the Quai content on X. It's a great way to earn. Great way to earn. There's a lot of freaking Quai being sent around here, guys. There's a lot of Quai being sent around here. Yeah. These numbers are actually a little lower than actual, but you know, average tip about 20 cents. I mean, let's check the leaderboards real quick. Dang, man, Christopher's on one right now. He's tipping all over the place. Steph Curry dropping the big numbers with single tips. Throwing 10 Quai around like it's nobody's business. I totally stole Christopher's idea of defaulting likes to 1.337 Quai. You know, a little lead speak in the Quai verse. That never hurts. That never hurts. Man, everybody's talking about this Sailor interview. Against central fraud, we mount defiance. Digital veins, no counterfeit streams. Binary blood, circulating dreams. Merge the block, let the system rot. Quai with the doge, decentralize the plot. Money print the screen, counterfeit scream. But the cryptos rise like a miner's dream. Fangs in the fiat, a vampire's thirst. Decentralized dawn, watch the bubble burst. Ink on the dollar, but it's soaked in lies. While my hash rates rise, tearing through the skies. Nodes whisper secrets, the ledger speaks. Algorithms guard. If you still have a job, I hope you're buying Bitcoin. We mine from the code where the truth begins. Crypto is a joke. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work anymore, guys. Like this was definitely the model for a really long time, right? He says raise. Sorry, got this freaking insane clown posse song running in the background here. Raise 100 million fully diluted value. Realize nobody will buy that. Do an ICO at 20 million fully diluted value. Offer KOLs 10 million to fully diluted value with 100% unlocked, and then dump on retail. You want to see who played a similar game recently? Let's check out Barachain. What's Barachain up to? What's this? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. What was another one that came out recently? Monad's still probably too new. But they didn't raise that much actually, if I remember correctly. They did not raise that much, so you know, not terrible there. They also had, you know, it. Everybody was just yapping, man. Like Kaido. Let's look at Kaido. Phew. Yeah, Kaido struggling. Kaido launched around the same time we did too, by the way. So yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. What was what was another one? Man, I used to have a bunch of these up in my head, but honestly, like the point of Quai is to not have to fucking care about all these other goddamn tokens, ladies and gentlemen. To be frank, like one of the biggest reasons Bitcoiners are just so religious and so freaking like stuck in their ways is because they literally don't have to care about any of these other tokens, right? If they want, no, if you're into crypto for a number go up, right? Like, I mean, frankly, nothing's better than fucking Bitcoin right now in terms of like being easy to understand, easy to access, easy for everybody to like get their hands on. You know, it's got a super like dedicated community. It's open to everybody. So, you know, like I totally understand why Bitcoiners don't care about any of these other tokens. Like they don't have to. Right. Now that being said, they don't get any utility out of it other than a store of value. But, you know, they don't see any of these other tokens actually like solving for that problem either. And the way they're going about it with like proof of stake and stable coins, it's literally antithetical to the point of crypto. So obviously they don't care about it. Right. Oh, what up, Christopher? Christopher's entered the chat. He's dropping a link. Yeah, crypto is a giant fucking crime scene. It really is. Let's check this out. Let's uh let's see what Christopher's hooking us up with. Nick Carter. Crypto Twitter contained valuable resources, enthusiasm, a social graph, content, entertainment, etc. SocialFi hijacked the intrinsic motivation to post by explicitly rewarding posting either through yaps, points, or indirectly through airdrop qualification. Produced torrents of slop. No other community did this. Nikita was clumsy in his description, but he's basically right. SocialFi siphoned off a bunch of the platform value and privatized it. Most of these companies have failed anyways. Crypto Twitter financialized itself and ruined the commons. No wonder X is annoyed with this. 1,000%, man. And yeah, it's kind of our fault. 100%. Okay, so two things. First of all, first you have to, actually like create and financialize the social graph, which honestly, like we didn't do. Other people did. Kaido did it. We were probably just, one of the first, if not the second, blockchain to take advantage of that SocialFi information to broaden our distribution. Um, and we did airdrop rewards program on top of Kaido, and it worked for a short period of time, and then it turned to slop. And as soon as it turned to slop, we pulled the plug, right? So, like it is what it is. And like let's think about like why we did this, right? Like in truth, like why do projects care about having so much attention on crypto Twitter? And that is like honestly because there is no other market for crypto, right? Centralized exchanges create crypto markets, right? And if you want to take your product to market, you need to be on a centralized exchange. And the centralized exchange has to do an ROI analysis to say, okay, is anybody actually going to trade this thing? And how do they find that out? They have to go to the only place where people who are willing to trade new tokens actually exist, and that is crypto Twitter. And so you have to be relevant on crypto Twitter in order to go to market, or at least that was the assumption. That was the game plan. And that is exactly what Barachain and Monad were doing. That was exactly what they were doing. And they were doing it without Kaido by paying tons of KOLs and, creating these like bot armies that, just shill posted and bull posted the crap out of their project to get a lot of attention and a lot of noise so exchanges would list them. And we had to do the exact same thing. Everybody has to do it. There is no other place for an exchange to go, what is the demand for this token? Do you think people on Facebook are talking about like the next best token that they want to trade? No. Do you think people are talking about that shit on Instagram and TikTok? No. The majority, the largest population is on Twitter. It's on X. And so new projects had to break through all that noise and you know, get really good engagement and get really good mind share. And then when Kaido like measured it all, then everybody started using their measurements to understand like who was up and coming. So now we had to game Kaido, right? Like if I'm launching a blockchain and it's not listed on any exchanges and the exchange is, going like, what should we list this project? Are we actually going to get fees on trading that'll pay back the amount of engineering hours we spent on integrating this thing? They would look at crypto Twitter and they would look at your Discord and they would try to like estimate like how much trading volume they could potentially onboard. And then when Kaido hit the scene, they would be like, how much mind share do they have? Right? It was another metric. And so you had to game all of this in order to get the best terms with the exchanges. Now, what we know now that we're on exchanges, is that price action drives the most growth. So, yeah. And like the cool thing about it is we learned and we grew, but Christopher and I had a great conversation about this a while ago. Like crypto Twitter was fun, you know. It used to be a blast, but over the last few years it has gone south in a big way. And honestly, AI has a lot to do with that. But just this game of like I need to launch a new project. I need all of crypto Twitter like yapping about this project in order to get the best terms for launch. Um, yeah. So thankfully we are over that hump, and thankfully we didn't spend any extra time on it as soon as it lost its effectiveness. It was pretty clear to see too, right? It was very clear. Like, you look at what's happening on X and you compare it to what's happening in your Discord and you compare it to like what your community is engaging with on chain and yada yada yada, and you can easily see like who's adding value and who's not. But man, during those days, like everything, it was the only game to play, and everything was like so overpriced, so fucking overpriced, especially during like a bull run, like late 2024 when Trump was coming into office. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think everybody in crypto is to blame for the current state of crypto Twitter, us included. And it's evolving, right? It's evolving. So yeah, Nikita was probably clumsy in his description, but I totally agree with him, right? It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Christopher says, just the canary in the coal mine, man. He says, what's interesting is old crypto Twitter was still just scams and people trying to pump bags, but it felt so much better, and I can't explain why. I speculate it was because there wasn't a bunch of AI bots and a lot of AI content. How is this getting solved? Real projects with real utility generating real revenue for all stakeholders doesn't require pump and dump schemes like this. Also, the market is officially immune at this point. Check out how Quai Network changed the economic model via Project SOAP. I feel like I have cognitive dissonance thinking about it because most of the projects I was frothing about all turned out to be scams. Yeah, like I was too, man. Like we all were. I mean, the one thing I try to push back on Dr. K sometimes, because he's like 100% proper market design is like all you need. You can never depend on uh, altruism or philanthropic like labor to produce good results. And I don't want to say he's wrong, but I honestly like I blame my confidence in any like if you labeled something like in 2015, if you labeled something open source and I was like, if it's open source and it gets user traction, all the issues are going to be solved. Full stop. Right? That was just like my conviction. That was my belief back in like 2015, 2016, 2017. I was like, if it's open source and it grows in users consistently, all the issues will be fixed. Right? Because the users will demand it. Right? And that came from my experience using like Linux and every application on top of it that is like 1,000% open source, and watching it evolve one step ahead of Microsoft Windows and Mac OS, like on every iteration, right? Like 3D Windows, like that was in Linux first, right? All the fancy apps that you need to like do all these things, like they like outside of like Office, like everything happened in Linux first. Like Linux users built a trick that other users wanted, and Microsoft and Mac would just like copy paste it, right? And it like all this stuff still happens today in open source development. The difference that I realize now between the old school open source, I'll just it's just crypto and everything else. The difference between crypto and everything else is what users demand is price go up. And as long as price goes up, nothing else fucking matters, right? The only people who really wanted a solution to the global monetary system were Bitcoiners, right? Everybody else wanted price to go up. Now there's obviously small populations that want other things. They want DAOs to work. They want DeFi to work. They want um, like better integration with TradFi. They want like all these other things. And the answer is you get those if price goes up. Right? You get all those other things that you want when the price goes up, right? It's not um, the the real hardcore users, the largest population of people who want a replacement to the US dollar, they're all Bitcoiners. And so, obviously they're lost right now, right? And my personal belief is like that is totally an audience we can capture, but we're still inside this crypto bubble. And so we won't be able to like break out of that noise until, price goes up and the crypto bubble like actually like acknowledges Quai Network for what it is. Christopher says people didn't feign being experts. I guess that's what Kaido rewarded the fake expert. Leverage trading plus pump and dumps. Yeah. I mean, fake expert maybe, but they definitely like, and it wasn't Kaido like rewarding these people, right? Kaido was just like making social graphs and leaderboards. It was the projects that were rewarding the fake experts, right? So while, let's check it out. Well, and then Kaido made a crap ton of money offering their services and their APIs to these projects. So obviously, it's like, yeah, Cap, Kaido earned. Oh wait, I gotta sign into this crap. What is going on here? No, I can't sign into Kaido. It's broken. But yeah, Kaido created the opportunity for all these projects to incentivize just shit posting on crypto Twitter. Iran's currency is trading like a bundled meme coin. Hilarious. Woo woo. Shout out God John. Yeah, my replies are still trash, by the way. I should spend more time on them. I see you're responding to something I said 6 years ago. I'm sorry your life had led to this point. I hope it gets better. Hilarious. uh, I often search something and forget to check timestamps in the top posts. Christopher says, our season 2 ambassador team, 25 candidates. Only 3 remain. The reason? Kaido yappers. Yeah. Yep, they don't really add any value, unfortunately. And like their audiences aren't very real or sticky. Because like when you look at a Kaido yapper and every post is about a different project, there's no message, there's no personality, there's like no real thought process put into anything that they post, and so not really sure why anybody's following them. Satoshi's white paper was everything. Now white papers are mostly marketing tools. White papers were always marketing tools, um, but they used to have a lot more substance. They used to be a key piece to a package for an investor that allowed them to understand the how and the why your project was feasible and unique and innovative. But I forget, like the ICO craze is when you saw some like really shitty white papers. Um, so honestly, like I don't want to say that Quai Network doesn't have a white paper because that's not true. We have multiple white papers, right? Um, but I would actually call these academic articles. These are academic papers, right? So Block Reduce being the first one published in 2018, right? And you can see like these are published on archives, excuse me, of peer-reviewed academic papers, right? So hash core, proof of work functions for general. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups now. Oh man, scalable multi-chain coordination, and then POEM, proof of entropy minimum. Oh man, and then um, the king. Oh man, ugh. Sorry guys. These two right here are probably the most important ones, but PRS is also incredibly important. This is work. Oh, excuse me. This is work shares. So also known as PRS, proportional reward splitting. And then finally we have a quote unquote light paper, a 30-page long light paper, but it covers everything. So this is written more in the format of what I've seen other other projects when they produce quote unquote white papers. They look more like this. Um, but we have listed one, two, three, four, five, six peer-reviewed academic articles. So, oh gosh, as Christopher likes to say, which is totally true, born out of University of Texas, UT Austin, University of Texas Austin. Initial research was funded by National Science Foundation grant, NSF grant. So 2018, guys, almost, what is that? 8 years ago? Yeah, 8 years in October this year. Yeah. So most projects have a white paper that looks like this. Very few projects have multiple peer-reviewed academic articles. So, and I think you can even go on Scholar. I think this is it. Search, let's just search. Oh, I freaking hate Scholar's search results. Let's try this. Here we go. So, he is a scholar. Almost 400 citations. Almost 200 since 2021. Which means that his papers have been cited in other articles. Yeah. Wonder if I can see the citations. Anywho, um, Christopher says, the story is what brought me here. Yeah, great story, man. Honestly, it was for me. It was chi. It was this idea that because like I recently published like my Dear Crypto Fuck You letter where I was kind of calling out the industry, but it all kind of stemmed back to people needing a replacement, and the only real replacement at the time was a stable coin, and that was obviously corrupting the entire industry. So the idea of chi was actually something that gave me hope. Christopher says everyone else is. I was just a regular guy working at a Forbes 500 hedge fund when I thought of retard hippos, and that's when I knew it was the next crypto breakthrough. Hilarious. Let's see what's going on here. Don't mid curve it. That deserves a repost. Uh, don't do business with Iran. I gotta respond to this. Fiat pegged stables are the most uninteresting thing in crypto since BTC became boring. This is literally, they are literally the opposite direction of innovation crypto was made for. US stocks close at record high. Quai Network, never. Quai Network is past is also breaking records. Looks like NV link for Shinkansen's. Docking. This is hilarious. It's not gambling, bro. It's predicting. Tells the SEC investors will lose big if crypto is added to 401k retirement plans. Mm. They already lost big. They forgot the tragedy of fiat plus fractional reserve. Fractional reserve banking. Anywho. I hear retarded hippos was a good investment though. Funny. Oh, snaps. Something just came across my desk, y'all. Let's fire this up. Sponsorship opportunity. Wow, should I be sharing this? Probably not. Copy link. Let's drop that for the team. Server punked. Protocol Pulse wants to more content plus gain a sponsorship. Probably not gonna happen. Does that even work? That might work. Okay. Let's paste this in here and then Christopher, I'll check out your DM. Cancel selection. Copy. Doot. Oh man, did my stream glitch? Do I need to upgrade to 2 GB internet? My switches can't even support 2 GB. Someone sponsor me. I need a Switch sponsor, I need a Zen sponsor, and I need a C4 sponsor. That's what we need over here. X burped. It does that sometimes. So I'm gonna give that baby a pat on the back. Clement got their first video on Instagram to achieve 300,000 views. He's starting to find the crypto trading niche and finding ways to optimize for the IG algorithm. If he breaks 1,000 followers, he gets to unlock trial reels, which is super helpful for growth. Would appreciate any support. Link below. Congrats, King. Just blocked you there. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think here's the thing is like it's definitely an untapped platform, Instagram and TikTok. But I don't think people open up their Instagram and want to see crypto content. I'll just say that out loud. I think crypto people like their crypto content in a single spot. It's so like crypto as a topic, it's just like so invasive in everything that we do. It's just I don't know. I'm not really an Instagram or TikTok user. That's the project. So flywheel on Quai Network in action. Definitely. Definitely. All right. Sorry, peeps. We need another bathroom break, and then I need to take inventory of everything else we got going on today. So we're gonna leave y'all with a song. Let's do. Let's do this one. little country.
Down in the dirt where the sun won't shine, I was digging holes for a nickel and dime, a whiskey breath, and my debts ran deep. Dreams I lost in the devil's keep. Oh, the chains they fold will tear apart. Dodging choir rebels heart. Stack the blocks, build the climb. New age born, one block at a time. Fiat kings with their paper crown, printing lies while we all drown. Central hands clutching every grain, but we hold the torch to break the chain. Ashes to ashes, fraught to dust. In code we trust. Oh, in code we trust. Oh, the chains they forged will tear apart. Dojin choir rebels heart. Stack the blocks, build the climb. New age born, one block at a time.
All right. Let me check my inventory here. Make sure we're knocking out everything we wanted to do today. Eventually, we're gonna get back to vibe coding. I'm waiting on a new node upgrade, guys. All right. So we gotta scroll through the discords again, and then I want to get a video out. I have a favorite video, favorite short of Dr. K explaining how we defeat the money system. We get a bunch of new community members rolling through. If you guys aren't up to date on the design goal for Quai Network. This one will make it pretty clear for you guys. It's really inspiring too. So let's check in on these minor discords, see how everybody's doing. Oh, heck yeah. More miners coming online, guys. More miners coming online. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Down in the dirt, where the sun won't shine, I was digging holes for a nickel and dime.
I'm waiting on Hobbyist Miner to make some content. That would be pretty cool.
Dreams I lost in the devil's keep.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, the chains they forge will tear apart. Doge and choir, rebels heart. Stack the blocks, build the climb. New age born.
Let's see here.
One block at a time.
Alright. We need to snag a video here.
Printing lies while we all drown. Central hands clutching every
Let's go here. Go to live. No, not live. We don't want live. Shorts.
No one's ever going to come redeem all these notes at once. I can just make a few extra. Nobody is going to notice. And then we sort of invented fractional reserve banking. This concept of taking risk because you have capital and not paying the capital holders back and then making money off of the risk that you're taking with their capital is like the banking system. It's the whole thing. And then it just gets more and more extreme. It's like, okay, are you partially reserved? Are you 90% reserved? No, we're not 90. We're 80. Oh, we're not 80. Oh, we're 10. Oh, 2008 happened. We're 0% reserved. So it's just all fake money.
Yeah, that's not it. There's a good one around here somewhere. Is it this one?
Nation states at some point are going to actively fight the system. If we're going to displace nation states from this game, the only way that you win is to become economically expensive to fight relative to the cost of executing a fight. And for that to happen, we need to be everything. You need to be finance. You need to be a unit of account. You need to be a medium of exchange, and you need to be a store of value. And you need to generate immense revenues to make it expensive to attack the system and attack those use cases. And if you don't do that, you don't have a prayer of standing up against any of the incumbents in the fiat system.
Yeah, that's
nation states at some point are going to actively fight the system. If
Let me show you guys how I do this here. We need a window capture. Somebody's calling me. Nobody. Okay. We want this one. Boom. All right. Make this a little bit bigger for you guys. And I'll move this down here so you can see what I'm doing. Yep. YouTube download P. Copy this, paste this here. And we need to get the formats. I think that's the command. Okay, so we have the formats. And some of these are video only, some of these are audio only, some of these are images. I think this one right here is the one we want. Number 18. So what happens if we do this? I think it's little f. 18. Let's see if that works. Boom. MPV. Is that playing?
Nation states at some point are going to actively fight
Yeah,
the system. If
that
we're
looks
going to
good.
displace
That
nation
looks good. Okay, cool. So we got the video, little open source magic for you guys. Let's hide this. You don't need to see that. Oh man, the cat's at the door. Jaya is entering the chat. There she is. Woke up to this cat licking my toes this morning. Weirdo. Weirdo? What are you doing? Why are you licking toes? That's weird. That's weird. Alright, post. The goal of Quai is to replace the current monetary system. It's the ultimate design goal behind the world's only globally scalable, programmable, proof of work blockchain with an energy-backed stable that has cache privacy. If you got into crypto for P2P decentralized money, don't give up yet. Alright, let's see if we can put this in here. There we go.
Nation states at some point are going to actively fight the system. If we're going to displace nation states from this game, the only way that you win is to become economically expensive to fight relative to the cost of executing a fight. And for that to happen, we need to be everything. You need to be finance. You need to be a unit of account. You need to be a medium of exchange, and you need to be a store of value. And you need to generate immense revenues to make it expensive to attack the system and attack those use cases. And if you don't do that, you don't have a prayer of standing up against any of the incumbents in the fiat system.
Boom.
Nation states at some point are going to actively fight the system.
How do you
If we're
spell
going to displace
scalable,
nation
guys?
states
I
from
don't
this game,
like.
the only way that you win is to become economically expensive to fight
Whatever.
relative to the
Post. Boom. Nice, nice. Done. All right, folks. We're getting ready to wrap this up. So if anybody's tuning in and you have any questions, feel free to drop them in chat. If you do that, you're going to earn some Quai. So if you want to earn some Quai, make sure you signed up at Kipper Money right up above. Typos just mean you're human. Dude, I haven't, like, how do you spell scalable? Like, I think I've looked into this. Yeah. But, you know, my Chrome's spell checker doesn't like it for some reason. I don't know why. Never has, never will. I always mess it up. I think this one is also valid. No, it's not. It's that one. Okay. Okay. Disregard. Um, but yeah, guys, shout out Christopher, thanks for helping out there. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in chat, guys. We are gearing up for Tangem giveaways. So if you've been following any of the noise lately on crypto, guys, wrench attacks are through the roof. Okay. Hot wallets, like ultimately, like they suck. Yeah, you need them for some things, but don't hold your bags in hot wallets, guys. Don't hold your bags in Pelagus if you can help it. Get a hardware wallet. Okay, right now, Quai Network fully supported on Tangem, the best hardware wallet in the game. I also have a Ledger. I've been using a Ledger for years. It's fine. It works. But as you've seen in recent news, Ledger has a lot of issues. losing your customer data, which is not great. That's not great. It's probably about once a year Ledger has an issue like this. So we have, like I said, I got a ton of these. Okay, all right. These are probably the best hardware wallets on the market, and these are Quai branded. Look at that, Quai branded hardware wallets. Okay, you don't need to charge them. I twice now I've had to like reset my ledger because I didn't like plug it in once a month to keep it freaking charged, which is like a huge pain in the ass. Hardware wallets are not supposed to be used that often, honestly, in my opinion. You're supposed to just send money to them and forget about it. But Tangent hardware wallets, probably the best in the industry, most value for the price, in my opinion. And these are fancy Quai branded hardware wallets, okay? I'll show you what they look like. I should have one in here. Is that one? No. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Come here! No, that's not it either. Here it is. It's in the other secret pocket. Boom, guys. That's reversed, but Quai branded, super dope hardware wallets. You will not be able to buy these things ever again. They were a limited run. I have a sweet stack of them ready to give away to anybody and everybody who follows my account and watches these streams. Keep your eyes tuned, your eyes peeled, and keep tuning in to find out when we're going to start giving these things away. Right now, my current target is 1,000 followers. If we can get my account to 1,000 followers, we will give away a Quai branded hardware wallet. We also streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if you want to follow me there, please do so. It'll definitely work out in your favor in the giveaway when we launch it. So don't miss that opportunity. Go follow me on YouTube and Twitch. Let me see here. I wonder how you can find those URLs. They should be pretty easy. I have my website on my profile here. So if you go to my website, here's Twitch. Oh, I don't have the YouTube link up. We'll get the YouTube link up there, but boom, Twitch. Here we are, streaming on Twitch. So I won't bore you with that. But all those details, will come out along with the giveaway. But guys, we are approaching 1,000 followers. So Dolphin, what is Dolphin? Oh, we're still talking spelling over here. Hooked on phonics worked for me. Oh man, that's a tweet. That's a tweet. Hold on. Stable coin builders who think they're promoting crypto values. Hooked on phonics worked for me. uh, oh man. Oh my gosh, are we about to hit 9 cents? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh, guys, you're still early. Still early over here at Quai Network. Now's the time. Now's the time to go secure a bag. You can get some just signing up for Kipper Money. You can secure it with your Tangent wallet. Like I said, best wallets in the industry, in my opinion, right now. Honestly, I was a little skeptical, but yeah, like screw having to plug your hardware wallet in to keep it charged once a month. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. That's that's that might be an attack vector, right? Like if things get so extreme, I can imagine a Mission Impossible movie where they're like, on this day of every month, he has to plug in his hardware wallet to keep it charged. Attack team, go. Not cool, man. Not cool. Instead, use a card like Tangem. It doesn't require you keep it charged, and has an open source app that you can use to access it whenever you need to. So we'll be giving those away soon. Let's check in. Let's check the time. Let's check in on the stats. Christopher's calling out. We're almost at 9 cents. All right, all right. Revenue still looking good. Still looking good. This hash rate just blows me away. Look at this. Whoop, whoop. Man, Kapow, steadily climbing, steadily climbing. Shaw and Script, they're like, fuck it. We're switching. Love to see it. Love to see it. Actually, I need to check in with the team. Uh, Jonathan and Ellen. Are there any new pools we need to list in the docs? I remember there were a few building about a week ago. We need to get all the new pools listed in the docs. So yeah, guys, still looking good on the SOAP dashboard. Almost 9.5 billion Quai burned. Heading over to what to mine. Freaking Quai network here. At the top of the charts. Oops, not CPU. We don't care about CPUs yet. Boom. Quai still top of the charts. Looking good. I'm not on the exchanges, but Christopher says Quai is about to hit 9 cents. 8.9. 8.9. Getting close. Getting close. You know what I like about this, guys? Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this volume. That is great. Also, like you can't even see the buys anymore. There's more people coming in now. It's like hiding all the freaking buy spikes, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Buy spikes from buybacks, of course. But yeah, looking good. Looking good. All right, Christopher's linking TradingView. Let's go check out TradingView. Uh-oh. Why can't I see it in the chat? Let's try this. Oh man, X did burp, didn't it? I'm looking at an old stream, I think. Am I looking at an old stream? What happened here? There it is. Okay. Yeah, man. Come on, X. Come on, X. Hook us up, man. That's the other thing, guys, is oh, we can't open this chart layout for you. Maybe I'll sign in and see what happens. Ah, balls. Let's try a different account here. Let's just go here. Okay. Boom. There we go. I obviously don't use TradingView very often. I am not a day trader. On the 4 hour, man, I don't even know what I'm doing in this thing. Do not follow me for trading advice. Full charge. All right. Let's do 4 hours. Dang! uh, that's funny. Let's do. What am I doing here, Christopher? Tell me what to do. I mean, this is fun to look at. I don't think this is the view I expected, though. Um, I'm looking at candles. No, I don't want that. Let's do candles. Let's do 1 minute. There we go. Okay. I guess 4 hours, like, I lost my candles for some reason. What does 1 hour get me? Oh, okay. I see the candles now. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. All right, let's try 4 hours. Okay. Getting close, guys. Getting close. Try reducing the range. Well, I zoomed in, so I think that's what you mean. Where's your range? Where do I adjust the range? Looking for range. I think I am adjusting the range by zooming in. Oh wait, let's try 1 day. There we go. Let's try 1 month and 4 hours. Ugh. Ugh. This is terrible. I do not know what I'm doing over here. You can click the right hand bars and move up. Oh, thanks, Christopher. I swear I work in crypto, guys. I swear. All right, let's go to 4 hours, and there we go. There we go. Boom. Nice. What are we looking at, though? Can we do 3 months? There we go. And zoom in here. Not bad. That's 1 hour. Okay. Getting close, guys. Getting close. Can we see the book on this thing? Where's the book? Um, ooh, strong buy. Oh, oh, we don't think we can see the book. Okay, well, cool view, cool view. Uh, zooming out here. It's about as far as we can go. Let's go to all time. There we go. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Nice. This is why I use CoinGecko. Not as up to date, but the charts are easier. We're gonna be 2x our 10-10 price in less than 2 weeks. What was our 10-10 price? Let's go 3 months. Ooh, that was more than 3 months ago. Sitting close to 5 cents. Yeah, yeah, that's fair to say. I can see that. I can totally see that. October 10th, a little over 4. I mean, technically we're there already. where we already 2x'd 4.2 cents. So 5 though. We're definitely approaching 5. It's fun to watch, guys. Fun to watch. So again, if you're hanging out with us, easiest way to snag some Quai, guys, go sign up at Kipper Money. It's really fun tipping everybody on X. It's been a good day on Twitter as well. Shout out Baz Compute Services, whoever they are. Rock on. Rock on. Well, all right. So another round through the dashboards. To wrap it up here, we got guys. We were at 43,000 this morning. That's crazy. Again, hash rate just climbing. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I heard somebody in Russia took a dookie, and that's why there's this big dip down here. But they are back with a vengeance. That's for sure. But everything's climbing in terms of hash rate. Lining up blocks, knocking them down. There's 2 Doge. There's a Bitcoin Cash. Let's see here. When was the last Dogecoin, Litecoin? Boom. That was, what is today? That was earlier this morning by my clock. 7 a.m. Stacked a Litecoin and Dogecoin block. That's super cool. And then 2 more. Guys, if you want to follow this in real time, are they good to add to docs? If you want to follow this in real time, hop into our Discord server. It is getting quite lively in there. OGs that have been around our Discord server for going on 5 years now are having a great time hanging out with all the newbies, answering questions, getting people up to speed on everything Coin Network is and isn't, and why Project SOAP has totally changed the game in terms of proof of work economics. Shout out Honey Badger. I love his new profile picture. We need to get some of these newer folks some NFT PFPs. That's for sure. If you're into NFTs, Quai Network, totally programmable blockchain. I think the 2 biggest projects right now are Quai miners. I think that's no, it's not XYZ. Is it Com? No, it's not Com. What is it? What is it, Pavel? What is Quai miner? Where's our website? Where are the Quai miners? Anyways, you can go over to Quai miners is all minted out. Um, they were actually a project that launched during one of our test nets, but some of these miners are going for pretty cheap right now. I might pick one up. This one's pretty cool. 118 Quai? Dang. Discount on OG NFC project, guys. Here's our website, quaiminers.io. That's it. So, all minted out, but you can snag yourself a Quai miner over here on Quaimark. And then there's also Quai Pepes is probably the other popular project. I rock a Quai Pepe. Um, the Quai Network team handed this project off to a community builder, so they launched this one. Um, and they took it and they did something cool with it, but oh, that's weird. Why is Quai Miner showing up in Quai Pepes? Anywho, yeah, not a lot of these for sale. People are hodling their Quai Pepes. I can kind of understand why. But these are actually minting, so I think it's .xyz. Yeah, this is it. So you can go snag a Quai Pepe. You can mint your own if you'd like. But they do this thing where like every so many blocks, a new season of Quiet Pepes is available to mint. So, uh, yeah, and you get some discounts for participating in their ecosystem. But right now there's 140 Quiet Pepes available to mint, so you can go mint one. And there's also Soapy. So Kwai Squad has some NFTs as well. This website is a bit of a struggle. This website's a little bit on the struggle bus. I want to help them out. I'm not sure how they're loading this data. I mean, the NFT, the actual meta is on IPFS. I know that for sure, but I'm not sure why it takes so long. And if you're just looking to have some fun outside of Kipper and like, multiplying your bags, the Mojis was an NFT project. Is it not the Mojis? The Moji, is it Moji? Yeah, okay. So this is a free to mint NFT project, right? So this is some Creative Commons licensed emoji art that I just threw up as a little exercise to help show people how to build NFT projects on Coin Network. Again, EVM compatible blockchain, so it's pretty easy. There's minor nuance because of our sharded architecture, but free to mint. You can mint emojis and then go trade them over on Coinmark. So yeah, but love Honey Badger's new PFP in our Discord server. It's the Q, the 3D Q. Cool stuff, guys. Cool stuff. Yeah, it looks like there's some other projects on here. Let's see what's going on with the emojis. The emojis. No, nobody listing their emojis. Oh man, there's more minted than I thought there was. Did this get minted out? No, not yet. Not yet. Gosh, this is still loading. I gotta reach out to Quai Squad and find out what's going on with that. But yeah. Oh, somebody got the Japanese flag. That's funny. Malta. Yeah. There's been a lot of emojis minted. So that's cool. You can trade those. It'll be fun to see what emoji demands the highest price. But free to mint. You can mint. I think it's 5 per account. So you just need some gas and an account, and then you can mint 5 NFTs. That's simple, guys. Don't sweat too much about DeFi Llama. We'll get that rectified pretty quickly. Just a little bit of minor confusion on their end, but Jonathan and the team are hard at work on that. And again, folks, go sign up at Kipper Money if you haven't already. It's super smooth, super easy to earn some Kwai engaging with us here on X. Way better than Yappers on the Kaido Yapper leaderboard. If you're trying to earn by making genuine content, this is the best way to do so. You don't have to wait for an airdrop or for anybody to unlock your tokens. Go straight into your wallet. And the sky's the limit on what you're able to earn over at Kipper.money. So check that out. If you need even more Kwai, guys, we are traded on Mexi, Gate.io, and LBank. You can swap those useless tokens for more useful ones over at SwapSpace and Let's Exchange. And we are on the Kraken roadmap now, guys. So you're still early over here at Quiet Network. Thanks for tuning in to the stream today. I got to go move on to other tasks, but I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Monday, and we'll catch you tomorrow on X with the rest of Quiet Nation in our weekly Quiet Nation space. So hope to see you there. Request to come up to speak and share what you got cooking with the rest of Quiet Nation. We'd love to have you. You'll catch the rest of the BDM team there for sure. Maybe we'll play some more of these sweet, sweet tunes that we build on Suno. Anyways, with that, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.